to say, you know, grease my palm, I'm going to vote this way on something. That's prohibited regardless of monetary amount per your policy and per the law. So hopefully that helps in some way there.
So what was the discussion in the committee over this? You just went with the solicitor's recommendation?
Right.
Okay.
We don't talk 249 something.
Because I asked
Yeah, we
Judy,
had this fun.
when we did our agenda review, I'm like, this is a random number, where did 249 come from?
Well, I knew where.
And to be clear, we didn't specifically say do 249. We said if you're going to set a value, don't go above this, but you can pick anything in there. This is a local decision here.
Because we have to clarify that $250 is the limit to where you have to put it on your financial disclosure form every year, correct? So that's why we're below 240, we're 249, because you have to stay below that. But if you did go above it, you automatically got to put it on there anyway. So that's why they say 249.
Any other discussion? I thought you said that was your last one.
It was, but then I saw that we have medications and we have school
Danielle's not
wellness.
on there. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that she couldn't hang on. I mean, I understand whatever the situation is, but I'm kind of bummed that she's not here to help us with this. But on the second page, under medications, which is policy 210, it says students may possess and use asthma inhalers and epinephrine auto-injectors when permitted in accordance with state law and board policy. Okay, that's great. Right underneath that, it says delivery and storage of medications. All medications shall be brought to the nurse's office and stored and locked securely. Okay, so that's good. You get to the third page, and before it starts to talk about student self-administration of emergency medication, which would fall under epinephrine and asthma inhalers. Above that, you have disposal of medications. So could we move that like to another location so it kind of flows a little bit better? And then on the next page, I just think it's kind of awkward the way it is, because on the second page you have where it says students may possess it, may possess the inhalers and the injectors. But then it says right underneath that, it says delivery and storage of medication, that it will be secured with a nurse, which I appreciate that. I have no objection to that. It's just kind of confusing the way it's worded, where it says students may possess, and then underneath it says it'll be secured with a nurse.
Well, it's two different sections.
Yeah,
And
they're
that's
two
why it's like, that is underlined as the heading. So the first one is the guidelines, and then that subheading is underlined, that it's moving into like the next section of the policy.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll let it
Well,
go.
things have to come to the nurse, because first they have to prove that they can administer the stuff, and some people, if it's not the life-threatening, they have to keep it with the nurse. So, I don't know if that matters, if it changes it.
I'm going to let it go. In interest of everyone here and their time, I'm going to let it go. I do have just one more small one.
Okay.
Under school wellness, and I'm so glad our principals are still here. I thank you for staying as long as you have. I appreciate you worked all day long, and I could hear almost all night long too. You have to stay. We can still thank them. though, can't we?
You're
Can
right.
still
We
thank
do.
them?
We thank them all the time.
So I have a little bit of a concern. I was looking for maybe some clarity. Are you, at the high school level, are you possibly having maybe a fundraiser or something that might fit in that type of category in regards to energy drinks? Like possibly being for sale in the morning to students?
So anything that's sold has to go through, so, what's,
Mr. Scott.
yeah,
Oh,
right,
you will.
which is, yeah, so anything has to meet the thresholds that are allowed to be sold in school, and that which is there does.
Okay, so do you know if we're having energy drinks sold by any chance?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What that which is has been okayed by what it is allowed to be within the school setting that we're allowed to, that as long as it's not exceeding. Yeah, it meets the guidelines.
Energy drink, an energy drink?
The ones that are being used are meeting the guidelines.
So it must be like
so it'd be like,
a low.
It's a low.
yeah, it's low level
Low
and
caffeine.
yeah, it's low levels in that, and it's like sugar free. It's something that meets advocacy, we went through the steps to make sure that that was the case.
Okay.
And made adjustments to that which was being sold, actually.
Okay.
Where is that being sold?
So the FBLA is
FBLA.
selling it right now, and they do go through Jen Doley, the position that was
That's
created,
what
the
food
food
service
services.
Oh, sorry.
That's what I was
Yeah,
talking about.
well, afterwards, I realized you were talking about Jen. So anytime there's a school fundraiser, that's gonna be held during the day, that we're held to a certain number that we can actually conduct. And
10 a
then
year in the high
anything-
school,
Yeah.
5 a year in middle elementary.
Yep, and they have to be, like, within certain guidelines as well. So Jen, nutritional guidelines, so they did take it through Jen Doley to make sure, because there was a concern raised about that, and they did meet the
So it does,
nutritional guidelines.
it does meet the USDA snack, approved snack?
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, any other questions on the agenda? If there are none, we will move to new business. Any new business to be brought before the board?
I have something. Since we're gonna be in the new school and we have taxpayers that would like to get, more involved, I guess, because their money's going to it, I thought we would do, when we go to name the middle school and high school, we could come up with 3 potential names and then do a contest to vote for which one the community would like, and anybody could vote for it, and then they could all be in a pot to win, like, athletic tickets for the year next year.
Less than $250.
$249.
Not.
To just, increase school spirit, get the community involved, that kind of stuff. But they don't get to, name, they just get to vote for the one they like.
Yeah, they all get to vote, and we'll
Yeah,
get
I mean, it's
community
just a
feedback on
suggestion.
potential names.
People can.
Any thoughts, comments on that?
Baker did a community survey on it. Yep, I think that's great. Like the idea.
Good. I have one. Board leadership and the administration have discussed the possibility of doing a community forum that would, in the interest of transparency and getting out into the community and collecting feedback and answering questions, hosting a community forum that residents and taxpayers would be able to attend and receive some information from us, as well as being able to engage in a sort of question and answer with the board and the key administration.
For what we can legally answer,
So, correct.
not just anything.
So, obviously, there will be parameters and constraints. Dr. Moyer has graciously offered to serve as the moderator to kind of be able to facilitate the conversation with, between the board, administration, and the community members. But I'd like to seek some consensus from the board to see if you guys are on board with doing that.
Yes.
We have talked about town hall meetings for years, so it'd be nice to actually do it.
The administration's proposed date is October 29th. Okay. What time did we come up with?
I think we were kind of bantering back and forth, like 6:30, 7 o'clock, making it.
Because in the past, it was
convenient.
always like done at 4 o'clock, and nobody could go. I was the only one that
What was
went.
the date here?
October 29th.
29th.
And it wasn't just picked out of the sky, because I was like, why October 29th? And they gave me all the other dates that there are conflicts.
Halloween parades, and all kinds of other things.
So, how does everybody feel about
So,
that?
who would be included in that? Any board member that could come?
Any board member that can be available would be able to sit on the panel, as well as Dr. Boyer. Everybody's pretty much in the room, sitting at the table, and the 3 principals.
And as the moderator of this, and I think it could be, I think it could be fun. we take a little bit of a risk by going out there, but I think it'll be a wonderful opportunity, maybe for just me to introduce myself, go over some of the ground rules for the forum. Again, I'm thinking off the top of my head, I would love, we just had the district's comprehensive plan approved by the Pennsylvania Department of Education, which is a real feather in our cap, and you know, kudos to our leadership team here. But I thought it'd be a great opportunity for Dr. Berryman, maybe just to share some of the major activities or focus areas of that comprehensive plan. I think that would be a great start. I thought it would be a good opportunity for Victor to be there to share a little bit about the progress that we've made with the construction. The magnitude of this project, I mean, is super, and I'm looking at these renderings of when it's finished. I think it's just going to be dynamite for Littlestown community, the school community, and the community at large. I thought it would be a good opportunity for Beth Becker, it's Beth, right? The foundation, for the person who's in charge of our foundation, and maybe some members of that foundation to be there and share a little bit about their progress. I understand they're really successful, and they have a lot of ideas about things that they would like to do to support the district. And then, you know, again, that's just a few things before then we turn it over and we let people speak or have a question one at a time. And I would do my best to, whatever, depending upon what the question is or the comment is, to give the mic to the person that probably would have the most appropriate, would relate to their job responsibilities most appropriately. So if it was something regarding what we do with our kids that have IEPs or whatever, it would go to Carolyn. If it was a middle school question or whatever, it would go to Courtney, and so on. We really want it to be something really positive, and I'll be very frank. I think you know, the Gettysburg Times and social media, Littlestown has taken it on the chin a little bit, and there's a perception out there that things are, you know, kind of like rough or whatever. But I would tell you, and just by getting around to the faculty meetings today and getting to know the staff and some of the students here over the past 3 weeks that I've been here, our kids in Littlestown are getting they're getting a top quality experience here. We have a lot of good teachers, we have a lot of good personnel, we have a lot of terrific leaders, and I think it's time that maybe we start accentuating all the positive things that are happening here. And there are a lot of positive things if you look close enough. There really are. And then also, I would just challenge every member of this board, all of us. And I think there's, I remember from one of my courses, you probably all remember group dynamics, storming, forming, what is it? Storming, forming, storming, forming,
Norming.
whatever it is. But the last phase is performance. And obviously we've got some storming going on right now, which is indicative of people in new positions. We have new officers. We have new board members. We've had some turnover in that regard. We've had turnover of the superintendent and so on. So I think we have an opportunity to keep moving along in that continuum, and maybe we get to a place where we're not here for almost 3 hours, you know, and we can get through meetings a lot better, and we can get some synergy going through our good discussions, through the committee structure, as well as what we do at our full board meetings. Because I will tell you, compared to most other boards that I'm aware of, you all, your committee structure and your board meetings, the way that they're structured are really solid. They really are solid. And you are more engaged than most boards that I'm aware of, and I can do some comparisons because I'm old and I've been around. I've been around for a while. So we just got to keep up the good work and keep things going. And Suzanne, I would just share with you, and I know you're a pretty regular customer with public comments. If you have some, my door is open to you anytime we mutually can get together and talk. Maybe, I can't guarantee, but maybe I can share some thoughts that might answer some of the thoughts or concerns that you have. And not just you, but anybody else in the public here. I'm willing to sit down and listened to.
Yeah, I had that relationship with Mr. Bigger, didn't change
I
until,
would love to
until
have
this
that
went on.
opportunity, right? So, with that, I'm going to, I'm going to shut my cake hole and be quiet.
My only question is why the presentations? If a forum is supposed to be, they ask questions and we answer, why are we gonna take time to do these?
My thought it would just, my thought it would be.
Because that to me is like a board meeting.
No, I don't want it to be that way.
Well, that's, I mean, I'm not saying you can't do that, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
to me, it seems like it would be like a board member, a board presentation.
It is
rather
only,
than-
it's
No,
only
to me,
my
the forum is
suggestion.
They have questions and we,
Yeah.
and I'm not going against you, I'm just asking why, because
Yeah.
that's not, to me, a forum is they ask questions, we answer, not we give presentations and all
Well,
that.
maybe we keep it limited to some key updates
Yeah.
that we want.
I'm open to
It definitely
suggestions.
shouldn't be an hour and a half's worth of presentations, but I think that, to Al's point, it might be beneficial and informative for some people to have some updates of things that we don't
But that's
typically
when
cover.
they have a question, then you answer it. But if they don't have a question on it, then you just spent all that time
But
doing
they might not
presentations.
ask a
that
question
nobody-
about it if they don't know about what's going on, like with the foundation, like they might not ask a question if they don't have the background knowledge that we have.
I just,
So, we'll
Jeannie,
work-
I just tried to choose the three pretty significant things that were happening right now. And I just think we
We're gonna
could,
research for-
we might be able to do a little bit better
Town hall,
job.
whatever.
We can control the narrative a little bit better than maybe what we've
Well,
done.
I think that,
Dave
the
says
board,
it starts the conversation.
right. So,
But in the direction you want it to go.
Exactly.
well, we can.
The whole point is to let them ask
We-
questions and then.
As long as it's like topic related, they're not gonna be calling, we're not gonna sit there and do,
We
except
we
what
can
happens.
work,
Anyway,
we can work
Easy
on best
meetings.
formats, but
Okay.
can we at least, I'm not hearing any objections to the concept of doing the forum. So,
No.
is everybody agreeing with that?
Well, town hall-
So we will advertise and post that for October 29th, in the evening, and go from there.
And it's gonna be in here?
In the middle school auditorium. That's what we discussed.
I think we looked at the middle school auditorium might be the
High
most
school.
appropriate.
High school's not done.
Under construction.
So,
Yeah.
Middle school auditorium, Carrie, what time are we gonna meet?
I thought I gave up
6
6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
Is what I have now.
Yeah.
6 p.m., same time as normal board meetings. And 6 p.m., October 29th, at the middle school auditorium, yes, we will have a community forum. And anything else, new business? The board will meet in executive session post-adjournment to discuss a student discipline matter. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second, Steve Yerger.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.
Board members will meet briefly in the super's office.
Oh, I'm sorry.